Hi there, just doing a little video here showing about maintenance on your house batteries. It's been probably 2 months since I've been in here. I kind of neglected doing it last month. I usually try to do this once a month, get in there and check water levels and stuff, but somehow I missed it last month. Notice I got a little bit of corrosion. When I peeked in there yesterday, I seen I had some corrosion stuff going on, so I'm going to try to take care of that. One thing when you're working on batteries, you'd also have some safety equipment. You need some decent safety glasses, some rubber gloves, and I don't know how your compartment is on your rig or camper, but ours is underneath the slide here. So when I come back, one thing I like to always put on when I get underneath here is my bump cap, because I'm forever cracking my noggin on something underneath here. Like I said, I got some corrosion, so I bought this stuff and see how it works. I bought it at Walmart this morning. I got corrosion everywhere, but I don't see any on my terminals, which is a good thing, I guess. Set that offside. That stuff says you're supposed to let it set for a couple minutes and it's going to turn pink when it's working, so we'll see how it operates. Okay, on my batteries I have these are really handy. You can open up 3 of your cells at the same time. Just lay them off to the side. When I first got these, I had to rearrange some of my wiring on here because it wouldn't allow them. These things need to move end to end a little bit, and so they wouldn't move the way the cables were routed. So I had to loosen up the cables and spin them around and turn them a little bit. So using distilled water here, I'm putting it in my filler. I just recently purchased this too, so see how it works. I've used them before, and they generally work pretty nice. Normally all you got to do is put them up here and hold them down. You can hear them gurgling where the water is going in. When the gurgling stops, you got the right amount of water in. And mine will probably be a little bit low. I haven't put any water in a while. Another piece of equipment I didn't show you, probably can't see it, is I'm kneeling on a yoga mat that we haul around. I actually have 2 of these yoga mats. They're about 3/4 inch thick of compressed foam rubber, and man, they save my knees a lot. Or otherwise you got to kind of squat underneath here, get some knee pads or something, especially a place like this that's sitting on gravel. It is pretty thirsty. Go back and check this other one. It didn't seem to take as much as the other 2 did. Yeah. Good to go. I have no idea how old batteries are on this rig. We've had this rig for I think since 2019 now, and the batteries were in here when we got it. And how old they were when we got it, I don't know. but they've been serving us well, so. Like I say, it'd been a little while since I'd done this, so. It's taking a little more water than what it normally does. Another thing you can do while you're in here is always check to make sure your battery casings aren't swelling. That is a sign that it's time to get some new batteries. One thing, if your rig is like this, you got to be a little careful with when you open this up. They're setting on these rollers, and if you're leaning this side to the driver's side a little bit on this rig, they're pretty heavy. They can come sliding out of there pretty quick. Have to get some more juice in there. I found out at a project a couple years back just how much water will go in one of these batteries, at least on a golf cart battery, if the cell is completely dry. Because of the golf cart I was driving around, they swore up and down they had a guy doing maintenance on it, and he checked the batteries all the time. Well, we didn't have any power on the cart. It kept running down all the time, so I stopped and looked in the batteries, and I started putting water in, and they didn't have any distilled water, so I was just using regular bottled water, and I put a 16-ounce bottle in each one of the cells. So that kind of goes to show you each one of them cells will hold 16 ounces when it's completely dry. And we're almost getting there. Like I say, I try to get this every month to take a look at these, and it's a good rule of thumb to do that. But last month I slipped up. Go ahead and put our caps back in. Come on now. There you go. That one just wanted to be stubborn. All right, I think what I'm going to do here, if I can do this without getting the camera all wet, I'm just going to grab the garden hose here and rinse this corrosion off of here. And that looks like it's pretty well got it. Terminals are all tied. Like I said, I didn't see a whole lot of any corrosion on any of the terminals to mount to anything. So I think we're good for another month. Yeah, I know I mentioned earlier that I neglected my batteries last month. That's because I forgot to check my checklist. I guess I'm going to have to make out a checklist to check the checklists. But anyway, if you'd like some checklists on when and how to maintain your batteries, I've got 3 of them in the description, so just click the link there. There's also going to be a couple links to checklists on how to, what to do for monthly maintenance around the camper, maybe around your car, and also a checklist for what to do when you're tearing down to move. So check them out, see what's on there, see if there's anything you'd like to add to it, or things that you do every month that maybe I'm missing, and I'd like to know what they are, because man, it's better to check things early than it is later on these things, because it gets expensive.